Good afternoon. Welcome to the Midday Mull for Monday, the 21st of July. With Robert Murray McShane, we're reading through Acts. Today, we read chapter 8. There are 2 points that come out of it. And the one, beginning at verse 1, on that day, a great persecution broke out against the church in Jerusalem, and all except the apostles were scattered throughout Judea and Samaria. And so as it starts off, you think, great disaster has happened. The church is scattered. Only the apostles are left. That's the end of things. However, verse 4 continues, those who had been scattered preached the word wherever they went. Philip went down to a city in Samaria and proclaimed the Messiah there. And it continues to say how successful his ministry was and the number of people that came to faith. So many that eventually the church in Jerusalem sent Peter and John up to Samaria to go and minister in that city with Philip, which they did, and the church is established. So what started off looking like a complete disaster with a persecution breaking out and everybody being scattered, God turned that to his own good and to the furtherance of the kingdom. And suddenly the church isn't concentrated in Jerusalem. It's all over Judea and Samaria and spreading out, and more people are coming to faith. And instead of stopping the church, it gives the church this great boost. And we always need to just hold on to the fact that God can do what we cannot imagine. And he will use all sorts of things for his glory and our good. And we need to just remember that. And that's a great comfort and encouragement. And then a second point, just a little further on in verse 26, we're told, now an angel of the Lord said to Philip, go south to the road, the desert road that goes down from Jerusalem to Gaza. So he started out, and on his way, he met an Ethiopian. And I read that, I thought, Philip was being told specifically, go to this place. This is what you go there. That's where I want you. As he went through Samaria, he wasn't being sent by the Spirit. Well, not that he was aware of. He was just going on his way. He was running away from Jerusalem, being scattered by the persecution. Whereas here, God specifically tells him, do go to this place. And it just reminded me that God works in completely different ways all the time. Sometimes it'll just be coincidence that we end up in a space and that's where we need to be. At other times, God will be quite specific, go to a specific place to do something. So we need to, on the one hand, listen to God that he can send us, like he did Philip, and on the other hand, be open to God that he can use us wherever we are, like he did Philip. And in that way, we grow, the church grows, God is glorified, and we are blessed. So be encouraged by that thought.